Hey, what's up guys? I'm back. We have another video to talk about. Well, we have a couple of images per se to talk about. We all know the Mists of Pandaria, World of Warcraft beta press event is coming up, the Blizzard press event. And the huge thing about that is they, even after the amount of stuff they showed us at BlizzCon, which was a huge amount of course, they're actually going to now show us even more. And they said there's a colossal amount of stuff they have to talk about. And that honestly is, well, pretty awesome. But there have actually been some releases of information before this weekend when it's supposed to show us. I think it's the 19th we're supposed to find out about much of this stuff. Only a few more days. By this weekend, we're supposed to know everything. So that's pretty amazing. But what has been shown so far is pretty freaking sweet. Get us psyched up. I'm pretty sure it's all that. For one, they did say in a forum post that Yaks will be a mount in Mists of Pandaria. Now I will add a link down below for all you guys to look at. It's been posted on, I believe it was on MMO Champion, it was on WoW Insider. Now the Yaks were shown as a picture in the art panel. There were some pictures and there was another image floating on the web of a couple of Pandarans sitting by this giant, furry yak with these big horns, and honestly it looks pretty freaking sweet, have that as your mount. But, what is shit? But, that's not all. That was a while back. Just, I believe it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, they showed us an image of, obviously if you remember at BlizzCon they said, anyone who watched the live stream or actually went there, got to see when they said, we have the Pandaren model. That thing looks amazing, obviously. But they also said, we don't have the female ready yet. So now, they just showed us the female model will be revealed at the press event, and they showed us a black silhouette of it. And some issues a lot of people have about the female models of a lot of things are, you have very feminized women, very skinny, very giant boobs, big butt. Don't look like they can swing around these giant battle axes or swords and whatnot. But this one is it also reminds me a lot more of, for example, a female Tauren or female dwarf. That it's not overly sexualized, not feminized, sexualized. And so, what I like about that is it shows this. I don't know, just from the look of it, I'm pretty psyched to see what it is. And then I think the biggest thing is if you remember back to when Cataclysm was coming out, they had obviously the Cataclysm beta screenshots of the day. Now what they have is actually the Mists of Pandaria screenshots of the day. This is the third day they've had it out. First day was the big entrances, doors, the Jade Temple, and they had the same snake on the Jade Temple. Next day was the whole Shadowpan Monastery, a bigger version, more zoomed out version, as one Ghostcrawler showed, and I believe it was in a post-mortem, or Ghostcrawler showed in one of his posts. But now we actually have this image. It's imagine the Borean tundra, so you have the dark ground, sort of oranges grass, all this stuff. Then you have very roughshod horde, obviously horde, stylized building structures, tents, posts in the ground, whatnot. And standing outside carrying the level 60 PvP halberds are these two. They've got to be Tauren. But obviously, once again, I'll post all the links, the 3 links below. Like and subscribe. What they have are these massive beasts, and you can tell the difference from the old Tauren model next to that halberd. They look like they fit together. These, no. The halberd graphics really need to be updated compared to this guy. Full head of hair flowing down our shoulders, new gauntlet animation, new gauntlet models with wrist cuffs, new boot models, another belt model just like that, the tied up rope they had for the Pandaren. It's like a ribbon and it's wrapped around this big stone disc in the middle. They have shoulder pads and new leg pad animations too, which are kind of similar to your Imagine Samurai with the sort of plate armor. It's like that, and they have these really well-articulated horns coming out. There's a lot of detail on their face, too. They have big nose rings. One has, the things coming up the top, and there's points of fur. The other one has their tusks coming down. There's like a gray-blue one and a sort of dark brown one. But when you look at these models and they have like all this fur coming off their shoulders, once again, I'll look at below, they are so much more detailed than everything else. And that's amazing because if you thought about how old the old models were and how new the Pandaren are, and with a monk, every animation is going to have, every attack for a monk is going to have its different animation. Every single attack will pretty much have different animation. And you can't pull off these complex movements with the old models. You can't pull off the roll that you see in the preview video with the old models. So they're going to have to update them, and they knew they were going to have to anyway because it's such an old thing. So coming this weekend, we're pretty much bound to see all these new classes. And like the Tonka, for example, the Tauren and the up in Northrend are the spiritual, like they're part of sort of a lost bloodline that lives up in Northrend. And maybe Pandaria somehow has Tauren, another bloodline of Tauren, but I don't believe it. I think these guys are true Tauren, and they just said, you know what? We're going to show you a little sneak peek of the models, right? To go, oh my god, this is fucking incredible. These look so much better than the old models. It will blow your mind. There's no comparison. They are absolutely ridiculous, and honestly, I can't say enough good things about them. The Tauren, I don't know, I never got into playing a Tauren, just because, the whole no boots, weirdly shaped boots thing kind of threw me off and just pissed me off. And I love my Orc Warrior, so I never felt like race changing him. But I swear to God, the second these models come out, my level 29 Tauren Paladin will be 90 within, I don't know, a week. And I'm already working on a Warlock for all the new abilities coming out. I'll post another video about that a bit later, maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days. I'm really psyched to play Warlock. I haven't yet. That's why I'm leveling my guy so he's ready to play the new content. And honestly, just be ready. Subscribe up top, like down below, hit the favorite button. Like down below, hit the favorite button. Subscribe up here. It's going to be pretty incredible. What's coming out? I'll be posting as many videos as I can about all the new information coming out, and this will be pretty sweet. So just keep watching your feed, keep watching my channel. I'll be posting as many videos as I can about all the new information coming out. It'll be right here as soon as it comes out. Alright guys, once again, like and subscribe, favorite the video, share it with your friends, and I'll be back.